guys, on today's video we're going to be looking at some accessories that you can get for your DSLR. So it really depends how far you want to go into photography. But anyways, let's just get started. So this is my DSLR. This is just like a regular T3i, okay? So as you know, it's all about the lenses. It's not just the camera itself. As long as you have good lenses, then those can lead up to your next camera. So you can put these lenses to your next camera. So you may want to buy some good lenses. But before we get into lenses and all that, we're gonna be looking at some stuff that you should have for sure, even if you're just keeping your standard lenses. So for sure you might need one of these. Now, why are these important? So you don't blow air into your lens. So when you're cleaning your lens and there's always dust in your lens, you want to do this, okay, to get rid of the dust, and then you want to clean it up. So there's several ways to clean up your lens, and I'm just going to show you some of the most popular things out there. So let's just get started with that. And one of the things that you guys might want to look into as well is a good backpack. Now it does depend on how many lenses you're gonna get, how many you have already. So right here in my backpack, we're just gonna be looking into some of the things that I always carry around with me, including a small flashlight. So let me just show you guys what I have right here. So flashlight, why do I carry one of these? Well, right now this one's not even, batteries are low, but anyways, I always carry these to point at the lens, and so I can actually clean it properly, okay? So always a flashlight, just a small one, practical one. It helps you clean the lens how it should be done. Then a very popular thing to have is one of these, so lens pen. So I can tell you that this doesn't scratch your lens. I've tried it out with several lenses, and this actually I do trust. So the first thing you guys want to do is blow air onto your lens. Then you guys want to do this to get any dust away from it. And then once you guys don't have any like real big dust on it, to get rid of any smudges, you want to apply this onto it, okay? And then you just clean it up. So these things are essential for sure. These are a must get. Just the two of them are fine. If you guys want to get a deep cleaning on your lens, now besides that, before we go into deep cleaning, just have a microfiber. Just, I wouldn't use ever this for the lens itself unless it gets wet or anything spilled on the lens. I would just dab on it, but never clean my lens with this, okay? Maybe just dab it, get the water out, and that's about it. Without applying too much pressure to it, I would just dab onto it. These mostly for body parts, and that's it, and for emergencies. So that's on my pack for this type of stuff, just cleaning out. Now we're gonna go into a solution kit that I bought. Now it does depend. I only use this, and I still end up using my lens pen after using this, but what I have here is these packs, so you only use one at a time, okay? So you want something like this to clean your lens, and as well as some solution for it. Now the solution is right here. Now you can buy different types of solution. This is just what I see that works well and hasn't scratched my lenses, so I would recommend it. I hasn't done anything bad to my lenses yet, and it's been good so far. As well as you can see that I carry a bunch of other things just in case it gets wet. I don't clean my lenses with this. It's mostly for body work, and maybe dab on the screen once it's just get it dry if it gets really wet. So that's enough for cleaning supplies that you should have. I would also recommend getting for your lens, okay? And we're gonna be taking a look at this. Whichever lens you have, okay, doesn't matter which one you got, I would always get a UV protector for it. Now there's a lot of people that are saying, well, you shouldn't get one because the quality, you'll lose some quality, right? Well, not really. With some UV lenses out there, they might be even more expensive than your lens itself. So there you go. Just look into UV lenses. I wouldn't get the cheapest one. Is there a huge difference between the cheapest one and the most expensive one out there? Yes, cheapest ones are not good, but get a middle range one or something like that to protect your lens. I would recommend it for sure, just so your actual lens doesn't get damaged, just in case. Alright, so if you end up scratching your lens, you just scratch your top lens, which is the UV protector, and that's about it. Okay, so get that for sure. So those are must things that you should get for your camera. Now, other things that I would recommend getting for your camera are, for example, just essential things such as remote controls, so you can take pictures from far away. That's one. Okay. Now you can't get these things for your flash and just to take pictures from far away as well. I'm just gonna quickly show them to you. That's how they look like. You plug it into your camera right there, and then to your flash, so you can take long range things. Now this brand, I'm gonna show you the brand because it's been working for me so far so well. So I do trust this brand so far. It's been good. I mean, I have it for more than 2 years, and they're still working. Everything's good with those transmitters, and yeah, those transmitters are pretty useful. Now it does depend on your camera, and you can get some that use Wi-Fi, or you can just get these radio transmitters that will work with anything. Besides that, you guys want to get these things, okay, for your lens. Now that's just to avoid any glare going onto your lens, so any sunlight that's coming this way or this way will hit this and not straight on your lens. So these things are pretty useful and pretty good. Okay. Okay, so those are the very basics. Now what you guys want to go into later on maybe is getting a flash. Now these things can cost you quite a bit of money, or you can save quite a bit of money. As you can see, I bought this brand and not the original Canon one. That's because this has been working really well. I haven't seen a real difference with the real Canon one. And well, this doesn't have Wi-Fi, but there are some Wi-Fi ones, enabled ones out there. And I just bought some transmitters for this that cost between $5 to $15. So just depends what package you get, and they work like that well. These things just go on top of your camera, so you can take pictures. Okay, so they're easy. There's no setup. You just put them on, turn them on, and there you go. Now, once you get into this, you guys will want to shoot in manual mode, so you have to be comfortable with that for sure. I wouldn't buy these if you guys are just gonna use your regular settings. So if you guys are always gonna have it on automatic, I wouldn't get that. Only if you're gonna use it in manual mode or something like that, then get one of these external ones, which will make your photography a lot better. And yeah, for sure, get one of those if you want to go deep into photography, if you use it in manual mode. Other than that, don't get one of these. Okay, if you guys are gonna use it just on automatic, for sure get that. The lenses. Now when you're looking to lenses, and maybe, well, before I get into lenses, just want to show you one more remote that I have right here. Now this remote isn't for far away shots. Okay, this will be using your infrared from your camera, so you have to really point at it, and you can only be about 1 meter, 2 meters, maximum 3 meters. 3 meters, it gets kinda okay. I mean, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I have this as a spare one. But yeah, that would be my fast remote for my camera, just to take shots when I'm not close to it. Now some must have lenses if you're getting really into photography. One wide angle lens such as this one. There's a bunch out there. You don't have to get this one, just look into them. I would really look into ratings and which one to get. I wouldn't get cheap ones because you are spending money on a lens, so might as well get a really good one or get a mid-range one. Okay, so this is the mid-range that I have right now. It's been working well, and I really like this lens actually. Same thing, you guys might want to get something for close-ups, so something maybe like this lens right here. This is a 100mm lens, and that's it. So it's not a telephoto lens, it doesn't zoom in, zoom out. It's just a standard 100mm for micro shots, okay, macro shots. And this is just for close-up shots. So if you guys want to get flowers and really details of insects or something like that, a lens like this would be it for that. And telephoto lens would be your next thing up. Okay, so telephoto lens, there's a lot out there. You know, you could get the 70 to 200mm lens. You don't have to get the 300mm lens that zooms out. You could get the other one that's a bit more professional, and you'll be happy with that. However, you do have to look into the space and how much space you guys want to sacrifice and take with you, because these can get bulky. And this bag, taking this bag on your backpack, it's really heavy actually. So mind that. And I do have a spare lens here. I'm not even gonna show you guys this one. It's really the standard 50mm. I actually almost never use it, but I just have it there. But I would really recommend those 3 lenses. So you have your wide angle, your other one for insects, and your far away one. So this is your telephoto lens that you're gonna use for shooting just animals and wildlife that's really far away from you. And to keep everything dry and nicely packaged, I would recommend getting one of these for your backpack. Okay. Now these are silica gel. These I would recommend getting the ones that come like this, because these you can pretty much put in your oven for 300 Fahrenheit, at 300 Fahrenheit for 4 hours or 3 hours like it says right here, and they're gonna turn, like you see this color right now, that means it's about time to change them and charge them up again. They have to turn to a clear type of yellowish, okay, or a just white. When they're brand new, they turn totally white. When they're being used, they turn almost white, just a little bit yellowish. And yeah, these will keep everything and all the moisture away from your camera, because that does damage your camera. And I do have a couple of these with me. However, you don't need that many for your camera bag. I would just, if you have a small one, a small camera bag, then just have one in there. I do obsess kind of about that, so I have several of these. And I'm actually gonna take them out now because they are pretty much set to be recharged. So that's the good thing about these. They don't really ever expire, as I can see. I've had these for several years. I've been to the jungle and the beach and a lot of places where you do need these, and they're still working. I mean, this one's pretty beat up and it's still good. It's still good to go. Anyway, so that I would recommend for sure. Having these things for air, your cleaning supplies, your flash, maybe if you want to get really into photography and you know your manual modes, and maybe later on you guys want to hook up your camera to your computer, so you may want a cable to hook that up and just have your pictures transferred like that if you want to do that. That's more for studio work. And that's about it. Anyways, that's the supplies that I have. Obviously the bag, don't forget a bag. This is a slingshot bag for low pro. I do recommend these. They've been working fine so far. Although I carry a lot of heavy stuff, nothing has broken yet. It does protect my camera quite a bit, and everything does fit in here, so I'm quite happy with it so far. And for moisture wise and all that stuff, well, that's why I have these things here. The bag does help out, obviously. And that's it. Forgot to mention is obviously your SD cards, okay? So always have a spare one. Get the biggest that you can get for your camera that's compatible, okay? So you want a class 10 for sure. I wouldn't recommend any other one because class 10 will keep everything good. And why it's a class 10? Well, they're just faster, okay? So you can take more pictures faster. Video, same thing, so nothing will lag that much. So for sure class 10 over any other class, like class 4, will be slower, and you don't want that. You don't want that when you're taking shots. As well as getting extra batteries, okay? Batteries, you know, this is the first thing that you have to get. Batteries. So I have my main battery, that's Canon brand, and I have my generic one, so this has no brand. Now I am afraid of batteries, generic ones, just a little bit. Nothing has happened to me lately, or ever actually, with these generic ones. However, I don't trust them 100%, and that's why I only use them for emergencies. So I've had to use them quite a bit, and nothing has happened yet, and nothing will ever happen, hopefully. And I have been using them for over a year, so it's fine. But this is my main one, my Canon one. The one obviously that I trust, but I do recommend getting an extra battery for sure, emergency, okay? Because everybody's always running out of battery when they're going on trips, and your SD cards, you don't want to run out and be erasing any pictures straight from your camera, because some pictures that may look bad in your camera, once you hook them up to your computer, it's 100% different. They will look much better, and the ones that look good might end up being the ones that are actually bad. So just have that in mind. And anyways, if you guys have any comments, questions, you can write them down here below in the comments area. And don't forget to subscribe and rate. Thank you.